Welcome everyone. Here we are race day Miami Grand Prix Formula 1 24 career mode with Williams Racing. I am Daniel Lozano and this is my gaming channel Floss F1G. Very welcome to absolute everyone. In just 45 minutes we will start the race in the Miami Grand Prix in a very difficult conditions. As you can see here, mixed conditions. We will have sun, we will have rain, but first of all, as always, in this YouTube live we will set the strategy, we will discuss about the race start, and I will talk about you a bit about the previous sessions of the weekend, my feelings, everything related to the race. Don't forget to subscribe first of all. We are trying to reach 1000 subscribers here on this YouTube channel. Will be a nice goal to achieve. If you really enjoy the Formula 1 gameplays and long career modes as this one, please subscribe. So thank you so much. Miami, guys, the weekend, you was watching the replays here on YouTube or the live sessions on Twitch. That is the place where we will be racing in just a couple of minutes, so I invite you to follow me there. This is my username on Twitch, DannyFloss1. The weekend was bad, guys, I have to be honest. Instead of what happened in the previous race in China, where I was very competitive in qualifying, I was competitive in race, I was fighting for points until last laps. This weekend was not good at all. Once again, spring weekend, spring qualifying, a crash in SQ2, a stupid crash by myself, I have to be honest. In the sprint race, I lost of all places gain in the sprint qualifying in the first lap. The AI in the first 5 laps destroyed me, more than 6 seconds advantage in the first 5 laps, but later on, from lap 5 to lap 19, I was able to match the pace of the AI cars, and I take advantage of a little mistake that Gasly did in turn 1, spinning around in the middle of the track, and Joe and Hulkenberg that were coming behind Gasly stuck behind him, and I have the opportunity to overtake these 3 cars in the final laps. But in the 4 last laps I was being quicker than the cars in front, and this is the only hope I have for this race. My tire wear, my pace is not bad, especially in the final part of the stint where the degradation starts to play. For some reason I was able to manage the tire better than AI, the medium tire. This is something I really hope to do today in the race. That is longer, it's much longer. In the sprint race was about 19 laps, we have 57 laps ahead of us. And obviously the other very bad part of the story of the weekend is the qualifying, where I was not able to put temperature on the tires, on the soft tires. The track conditions changed a lot. It was overcast, the track temperature was much lower than in other sessions, and I suffered a lot with that. I struggled a lot to put in the right window the soft tires. I did a lot of mistakes, especially in the second run, locking up, going wide, and I was not able to set a competitive lap time. That's why once again, unfortunately, in this season I will start last on the grid. But as I said, I have big hopes on my pace, on my tire wear, and also let's see what happens with the rain. Rain can change everything, and we can dream. Maybe we can dream with overtake a lot of cars to improve our positions. Everything can happen, guys. Never give up. We have to fight in every single race as we are doing this season. Before to go to the race session to see the starting grid and everything, let me read the message that I have. There is my engineer is saying me, it's that time again, I guess. You nervous? Well, I'm sure you were keeping a calm head. Just try and visualize the first lap like we discussed. Turn on overtake mode for the start, not too aggressive into turn 1 as there isn't enough margin for error. Watch for opportunities into turn 2 and then back off on the ERS and settle into a comfortable rhythm. Hopefully we avoid damages and we'll be all set for a good race. Have fun out there, Mark. Thank you so much. And as you can see in the weather forecast, we will have rain, but we have to discuss about it, guys, because it doesn't look a big rain. This is something we have to discuss, guys, in the race, in the starting grid. And finally, before to go to the grid, let me check something more. As I was telling you in the qualifying, before qualifying yesterday, we are starting to change components in the car, I'm using a new engine because this one is on 46%. From 50% you start to lose power, so we have to start to managing the components of the power unit. And for this race we have a very fresh engine, which is a place where we have top speed. There are a lot of straight line zones. That's why I decided to change here this engine. Probably from now the first internal combustion engine will start to use it only in practice. So nothing else, so move on to the grid. Let's see the starting grid and let's discuss about the tires and weather forecast that will be extremely important today. And as always, thank you so much for your support, guys. Thank you so much. I'm seeing every video is getting more views and more views, more likes. People is start subscribing more and more, and this is something I'm very, very grateful. I'm super happy to see that you are enjoying my career mode, even if I'm not even fighting for points. But I know that there are a lot of people that is enjoying this career mode, and I'm super happy with it because I'm sharing just for that, to make a bit happier your daily life, watching my live stream, my gameplays, and it's fun. I have fun. I hope you have fun as well watching my gameplays. That's all. So yeah, let's see now the grid, the Miami Grand Prix. Difficult race ahead, but anything can happen, guys. Never give up. Even if the condition doesn't look the best, we have to fight. It's the only thing we have.
Welcome to the Magic City. We're here at the Miami International Autodrome, the home of the Hard Rock Stadium, a multi-purpose sports and entertainment hub which has hosted Super Bowls, Baseball World Series, numerous rock concerts, and of course, as of 2022, Formula One. Sitting at the southeastern coast of Florida, the Miami International Autodrome has 19 corners and 3.36 miles of racing. It's a circuit designed to encourage close racing while meeting the highest safety standards. Either way, I'm sure it's one that will please the fans. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Norris, Sainz, Stroll, Albon, Gasly,
Wow, Alex.
Ricciardo, Joe, Bottas, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Daniel,
Oh, I entiendo.
Ocon, and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. Now, sadly, things didn't work out for them last time. It was a bad race. Question is, though, can they recover today?
Yes, they can, Crofty. You've got to put it behind you. Whatever happened last time, I was always told as a driver, park it, forget about it. Obviously, feel the pain when it happens, but then you can't dwell on it and carry that through to the next race. So put it behind you and just crack on with this race coming your way now.
We're at the back, but give it 100% and we can still come away with a decent result. I believe in you, come on.
Okay, you saw we are starting in 18th place, not in the last place, because Esteban Ocon and Nico Hulkenberg have grid penalties. I don't know why. I don't know if it was something they did on track. I don't know if they are starting to change components. I don't think so. So probably it was a warning or something, a penalty they suffered for dangerous driving at some point of the weekend. 2 places more for us. Anyway, we are in a very back of the grid, and our teammate, guys, is in 11th place. What a weekend is doing Alexander Albon on points on the sprint until last laps. Here in P11, wow, that's a painful for me, because that means the upgrades we had are working. The upgrades we are bringing in this weekend. Hey, how are you, Lerchi? How are you? So anyway, it's time to play. It's time to decide the strategy. And guys, this is something I would like to talk with all of you, because obviously you can see rain at some point, but as we saw in the weather forecast, it's only 62% of raining at some point. That means there is a possibility that the rain doesn't affect so much to the tire selection. I mean, maybe we can stay on track even if it's raining, because it's not so heavy rain. It's just like raining and just is a couple of minutes. So there is a possibility that even raining, we can maintain our car in dry tires. So let's see how it's the rain, but probably we have options to do one stop strategy using only dry tires, even if it's raining at the end of the race, at the end in the final laps. So probably I have the feeling that anyone will stop. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe the rain is a bit heavier, but I have the feeling that we will complete the race on dry tires, guys, even if it's raining. I think it won't be massive rain. That's why I will try to talk about the strategy as always, as if it's a dry race. And the strategy you are seeing is what I had on mind since the beginning, to be honest. As we did in China, I think this is the best strategy. Why? Because we are starting on the medium. That is a very good tire, but obviously the tire wear of the medium is higher than the hard. But in case we have a safety car earlier, before lap 25, we can put the hard tires without problems. If we start on hard and we have to put the medium later on, if we have a very early safety car, probably we will have to use the medium tire very early, and obviously it won't be enough to complete all laps. 2 stops is fast here. Do you think so? I'm not sure because I have the feeling the tire wear here is very low. I think 2 stops it won't work from my point of view, from what I saw this weekend on tire wear. Maybe at some point of the race we can talk about it, but I think today I have very clear the strategy, and it will be the same than in China. Anyway, if something happens during the race, we can adapt our strategy to 2 stops, but I think this is the ideal strategy for me. And this is something I would like to fix in comparison to China, where I did the same strategy, but I anticipate the first stop much earlier than the AI, probably 4, 5, 6 laps. I'm just looking at the time. Okay, don't worry, I understand, you know. Thanks for your your advices as always. But I think I have clear today that the 1 stop is the winner strategy. I had the feeling. What I was talking about, I forget it. Yeah, that in China I stopped very early in the race. I think I will try to extend a bit more this time the first pit stop, even if the tire wear is stable as it looks here. Probably we will follow the strategy that is giving my team to stop in lap 25. I think this is the right strategy. Obviously, if something happened at some point of the race, we can discuss about to change tires earlier or something like that, but for the moment I think it's enough. About fuel, this is 57 laps. Actually, we have plus 1 lap of fuel. In a sprint race I had no troubles with fuel, to be honest. I added 0.6 extra and I finished the race, I think, more or less in the same in the same margin. So I think we can play on the limit with the fuel. I don't think we will have massive problems. So as I said, we can reduce or add 1 more lap, but I think this is the ideal, for me this is the ideal strategy, guys. I think lap 25, maybe 32 laps of hards. I think this is a strategy most of the cars will do. I have the feeling. Maybe there are some cars that goes to 2 stops, but I had the feeling, as happened in China, that everyone will try to do 1 stop. About car setup, I would like to see something about it. I reduced a bit of wind for the straight line speed. What was your tire allocation for this weekend? I only have actually one set of hards and one set of medium for the race, and I have I don't know, a couple of softs. But basically for race only we have one medium and one hard. That was balanced, I think, the tire allocation that I choose. The other medium I use it in the sprint, so only we have a new medium and new hard. So that's why I have not so much variety in a strategy, because we only have one medium and one hard, and soft I think is a tire that won't work. So that's why also I have clear that one stop will be the strategy, the winner strategy. I was changing the differential a bit, and about the rest I think everything will be like that. So one stop strategy, 0.6 extra fuel on the car, and finally what we can expect. Obviously I was expecting to start last. With the grid penalties of Hülkenberg and Ocon, we have a chance to stay in front of some cars. Let's see if I'm able to maintain some cars behind, because yesterday in the sprint race I suffered a lot in the start. The cars were so much quick that I had no chance. They passed me like rockets in the first laps, and until lap 5 I have not ridden at all. This is something I would like to fix today. On the same tire, on the medium, we have ahead I think the other Haas, which is Magnussen, and in front I think it's Ricciardo. I'm not sure, I don't remember now the grid. I think it's Ricciardo. We have Saubers there. We have obviously our teammate is in 11th. He's far away from us, but that proves that our car is quick here. Unfortunately I was not able to extract the performance of our Williams, of our upgrades, but it's good news for us. Obviously now, instead of what happened in the sprint race where we started in P15 in the, let's say, in the clean side of the grid, now we are in the dirty side, but I think this is better place to be, because in the sprint race I was stuck in the outside in the first corner, and then I had to back off, and there was the moment where the cars behind passed me, because I had the external line every time that was more dirty, and cars in the inside passed me easy. If we maintain the inside now, I think it will be a bit better for the sequence of turns in Sector 1. I was just wondering, given your race pace yesterday, to try something different, but if you don't have two medium, then one stop is the only option anyway. Exactly. That was what I was talking about. The problem is that I have no mediums. I only have one set. As I said, my race pace was not bad. Especially in the final laps. My problem is in the first laps, guys. Let's see if I'm able to put the tires in the right window sooner and to maintain the pace of the AI since the beginning. That would be amazing, to be honest. As I said, this time we have the inside. Let's try to maintain the inside as much as I can, and I hope to maintain these 2 places gain for the penalties in lap 1. If we are able to maintain it and to stay at least in this position, or even to gain 1 place or 2 places, I think our race will be much easier. And at the end, with this tire wear, if it happens what happens in the sprint, the final part of the stint, I'm very confident. I have the feeling we will be stronger than the AI in the entire wear, and this is the part of the race that I'm looking for, guys. So let's try to be clean in the start. Let's try to maintain the places, these 2 cars behind of us, and let's wait for the opportunities. This is the race. And finally, the key moment of the race, when rain comes. Let's see if the rain is not enough to maintain our dry tires. Don't stay in calm when rain comes. Don't try to overthink so much, and let's try to keep the car on track even in rain conditions to finish the race, saving 1 stop to change to wet tires. So everything is ready. In 25 minutes the race on Twitch, so I strongly recommend you to follow me on my Twitch account to watch this race and the rest of the season on live with me. And also don't forget to subscribe. We are trying to reach the 1000 subscribers goal on the channel. So thank you so much for watching this live, and see you in 25 minutes on Twitch. Miami Grand Prix, difficult conditions, weather, changeable weather, it can be very fun. So thanks for watching. See you in a couple of minutes. Bye bye.